Welcome to the I'm Possible podcast, episode 13, with me, Anna Esen.
Hello, beautiful souls. So happy to welcome you to this episode. I just read my today's message from a book that I'm currently using. It's called The Pivot Year 365 Days to Become the Person You Truly Want to Be. And the message from today inspires also the message of this podcast. So let me first read it and then I'm going to expand on this. You may fear the quiet times in your life when your soul goes through a winter. However, it is often those same times when the most profound and human work of all is being completed. Be still, do nothing. It is both the quiet and the noise that writes the symphony. The blank canvas and the paint that makes the picture. The rest and the movement that gives you the wisdom, insight and clarity to press forward more boldly than ever before. And the moment I read this, I of course get reminded of a period of time that many people call the dark night of the soul. So I'm not aware whether you know this period of time, or maybe you have been through this period of time, or maybe you are currently in this period of time. So let me just, with very simple words, explain to you what I understand is the dark night of the soul, and I want to give you one perception that may help you to go through this period, or to accept if you're in the midst, or to be more gentle and forgiving to yourself if you already went through this period. So this is this period of time where you have created a life based on what you have been taught from your parents, from the environment you grew up, from society, and you have followed up all the societal norms and expectation. For example, go to school, then study, then build a family and have a successful career and whatever. And you were constantly in doing without actually even stopping and questioning whether this definition of life it's your blueprint of success, whether the life you're creating is actually the life that your inner wisdom, your soul, uh, your intuition, name it as you want it, is the one that really wants to experience. So you have been kind of like guided many years from the outside. And then suddenly something happens in life. For some people with some tragic experience, for others could be some shift of um, perception of the world, or decision maybe to change what they're working, or maybe is some health challenge, or maybe is some challenge with relationship, or could be also a very joyful moment of shift that brings you suddenly to a place where you start questioning yourself whether that what you have built so far, and that you have you know like follow desired, and the goals you have put in the milestone you have reached, whether those are the things that truly gives you inner joy, where you feel extremely excited and joyful, but also where you feel an inner peace. And when this hits, it feels like you are starting questioning everything. At least it was for me. I started questioning everything. I couldn't find any joy in anything I have been doing, I wanted to experience or to have. And I started questioning myself, what's going on? Um, it feels like the, how to say, it feels like the willingness to live, it's kind of disappearing because you're questioning everything that you have strived so far, you wanted to achieve so far. It's like everything becomes like, yeah, unimportant. And it feels dull, it feels challenging, emotions raise. So that's why it's kind of called the dark night of the soul, because what is happening is that you're starting questioning the identity, the persona you have embodied, the mask you have put. I love to call it the power woman mask for me. And you start questioning everything. And in order to actually find the true joy of who you are, you first need to shed all the illusions and all the perceptions and all everything you have learned and the beliefs you uh, have been planted in your brain. Everything needs to kind of like die or to be shed, like an onion to be peeled, right? And it feels like the light has been turned off completely. It feels like you are in absolute darkness and no direction, no way out, and it's challenging. And let me tell you something that I recently learned, and now today it clicked completely. I was studying in the last few months a little the Kabbalah teaching, and this is the ancient wisdom from the sages, from the people like Yeshua, like Muhammad, like um, Abraham, and like all the great leaders of the world. None of them was religious. They were spiritual. So they were teaching the wisdom of life, the wisdom of the universe, how everything interact, how everything works, and this wisdom is kind of summoned in Kabbalah. So, I'm just giving you a very, very rough overview because it's not my expertise. I'm just feeling that a lot of teachings there is resonating as an additional puzzle piece to all the other wisdoms and all the other things I have studied the last few years. And what Kabbalah teaches that when it's very dark, it is not that the light is absent, but actually there is an excess of light. There is so much light now willing to come in your life because maybe consciously or unconsciously you have started putting yourself very bold visions, very uh, goals that go beyond that what the mind can perceive with ease, whether your body can actually really follows through with the identity you are currently embodying, right? So when you wish bold, when you kind of start questioning everything, you put subconsciously wishes, very bold desires outside in the universe. And what is happening, all this light is starting coming in order for these wishes to flourish in your life, to be manifested, to be materialized. But the challenge is that the identity you have embodied so far, and in Kabbalah it's kind of called the vessel, right? It's not doesn't have the capacity yet to actually um, take in the light and to be able to express it. So, and it's like you can imagine, like you put a small cup of water and you fill 1 liter of water in this cup. What will happen is it will completely overflow and it creates a chaos, right? So it doesn't stop when it filled the cup, but it gives you the whole 1 liter that you requested with your 100 milliliter cup, maybe. So now your vessel, your identity is a 100 milliliter cup, but you requested a 1 liter of light, and that's create chaos. So in order to be able to receive that what you ask, you need to expand the vessel. You need to grow your container. You need to expand the identity, the persona you're embodying. So when I realized that when it's most dark, when it's like it feels like it's the darkest moment of life, it's not that the light is away. It's not that the blessings are away. They are here, but because they're so big, it's the excess of the light that caused the feeling of this darkness. And that was a moment where I was sitting, and today when I read this message and I was thinking, oh, so it wasn't a darkness. It was just a lot of light and love coming to me, but my identity wasn't ready to accept all of it. So that's why the old vessel needed to break and everything to fall apart so a new vessel can be born and where the light can actually flows in. And this gave me kind of more inner peace and knowingness. Okay, I just need to go through the process and need to have the willingness because I requested these blessings. I put out these desires, so the universe just delivered, right? So I put out those desires, but I cannot receive it from the persona I'm now. So it's just a process of letting go everything that is not serving me anymore, that is not aligned with the version of me who is holding this blessing, who is able to receive this and experience these desires. And it feels less, how to say, scary. Because in the darkness, as a human, we feel very often scary because it's an unknown. We don't see the direction. We don't see an outcome. But by knowing that it's just so much light that we are closing the eyes, because otherwise you cannot try to look directly into the sun, and especially if you're near the sun, it hurts. So what we do is we close the eyes, right? And it becomes dark. So it just sit through this, and it doesn't need to be in a struggle, right? So you can actually remind yourself daily, I'm not in the darkness. It's just an excess of light, excess of blessing, and all the desires I have requested that are coming. So I just need to be willing to do my part to expand my vessel so I can receive in the material world all these desires that I have put outside. And then it becomes easier, or at least lighter, because then you know the light never have left you. The love never left you. It actually overflows you with love, overflows you with light. Your part is just to become a better receiver. And I have the feeling that the world has become a very good giver, but we have kind of mm, unlearned to receive without the need to give back immediately. Especially, and now I'm talking to the power women that are listening to this episode, especially you, my beloved power woman. I know, I see you, I've been there. It is so difficult to receive without feeling guilty, without feeling the need to pay back, because the life taught you to be this strong, independent power woman that can take care of herself. And if somebody gives you something, It gives you the feeling that you're weak. It gives you the feeling that you're not capable of creating it yourself. That is not true. When life wants to give you something, open your heart, say thank you, because actually, when we allow someone to give us, it is the biggest gift you can give to some other person. Because we love to give, but we love to give and we love to see that what we are giving is received without the feeling of guilt that the person suddenly has. Oh my God, I need to pay back. So just relax your nervous systems. I know that it gets tense the moment you receive something, and know that you're worthy of receiving it, not that you're worthy of being supported, and it doesn't diminish your strength. It doesn't make you less powerful. It actually allows you to step more into your true power and strength and to shed the false power, the one that is hidden behind the power woman mask, and just take the fucking mask off. I wish you a great day ahead, or evening, or afternoon, depending when you're listening to this episode. I see you. I love you. Anna.